Hey everyone, peace and blessings to you this morning. Happy Wednesday. It is 11:12 a.m. Wednesday morning on the 25th of August. So a quick share this morning regarding morning practice. And so this video is being shared with those who work with me privately. So every one of you have accountability items, and one of your accountability items is a morning practice. It looks different for each of you. However, you each have a morning practice. I'm going to scratch my nose. So in this morning practice, here's why I place such an emphasis on it, and here's why this video is being shared. Right? The morning practice absolutely sets the tone for your day. Guarantee it sets the tone for your day. So in our morning practice, we each have items within that practice, to-do items, right? Elements that comprise of the practice. So for most of you, it will include gratitude. For most of you, it will include conscious breathing, affirmations, right? It'll include those kind of things. And the reason that we are mindfully entering into the day is because we are always absorbing information. We are always a consumer, right? So let me phrase it that way. And there's a podcast on are you a consumer or are you a creator? Answer is we're both. So in that, I go into more detail about what that is and the importance of it. And so what I'm going to share here is really being aware that we are consuming. And so when I'm entering into a day, why would I enter into a day in a rushed state? Why would I enter into a day with unpleasant thoughts? Why would I enter into a day being stressed out? Right? It serves you in no capacity. All it does is distract you and, in essence, create a negative tone for your day. Right? So it's really important. And this is again the reason for this video. It is. I'm going to use the word imperative. It's imperative that you are actively involved in your morning practice. I know for some people, morning practice is easier to establish. For other people, evening practice is easier to establish, right? We're all different, and so some people gravitate one way or the other way. But regardless of what way that you gravitate, it's really important that you cultivate a morning practice. And this isn't a morning practice that you do once a week. This is a practice that you do every day, folks, every day. It doesn't matter if it's a weekday, a weekend day. It doesn't matter if it's your born day, if it's a transition day for someone. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday. It just doesn't matter, folks. It's like, this is how I start my day, right? It's imperative, right? This is how I start my day because this is how I am allowing myself to enter into the day, right? Really important. How am I choosing to be so that then this is how I am, in essence, ushering myself into the day, right? And so ideally, we want to create space so that we can ease into the day. Really important. Think about it, right? You're asleep, right? You're dreaming, your body's resting, the organs are resting. And, back in the old days, I remember, I'm old school, right? So I remember alarm clocks that were the alarm clocks that you would, I don't know, ring spin the little thing and then the buzzer would go off in the morning and scare the shit out of you. All right, I'm old school like that. So there's advancements that have been made from then. However, most of us, we wake up and we turn to our phone, right, which is a really toxic behavior. I'm specifically labeling it as a toxic behavior because it is. Okay, so ease into your day, right? When you wake up, before you get out of bed, start with your gratitude. Right, start with some gentle body movement, literally just moving the head from side to side, spinning it in a circle, turning it the neck side to side, moving the shoulders, moving the ankles, right? Just allow yourself to gently come into your body, right? So come into your body gently, and then I always express gratitude, and my morning gratitude consists of I'm telling you, this is my morning gratitude every day, and this is some of what it consists of. I wake up in the morning, and it's like, I'm grateful for this new day. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that I can breathe on my own. I'm grateful for my eyes. I'm grateful for my ears. And then I start wiggling my fingers and my toes, and I start rotating my ankles. It's like, I'm so grateful that I have all my limbs and all my limbs function. I'm so grateful that I have these organs and all my body organs function. I'm so grateful that I have this beautiful, healthy body, right? So I'm speaking into me, right? I am speaking well-being into me. I am speaking life into me, right? Because again, if I'm being a consumer, what am I consuming? So I am speaking life into me, right? And so in that in itself, I'm speaking gratitude and affirmations in another form by me saying that as I start my day. Okay, so really important that you are very present with your morning practice, right? So ease into the day. Dialogue with your partner so that they know that for you that you need to ease into the day, right? And ideally, they will start seeing it, and then chances are they will start picking up on it. Right? We're communal beings. We're herd animals, right? We really are. I hope no one's offended by that, but we're an animal, right? We're no different. We're part of that animal, um, expression, right? We just happen to be the human animal, right? And in that, we are very communal beings, right? And in that, we are very much creatures of habit. And so, as you are in your practice and those around you that are in your immediate vicinity, they're going to start picking up on things, which then make it easier for you in your morning practice, right? But speak with the person and let them know, that you need a couple minutes in the morning before you do anything, even before you have dialogue with them, right? You might roll over, give them a kiss, and then just turn back into you. And just turn into you. You are the focus, right? You are the focus, right? And by you sharing this with them, this then keeps them out of story spinning of whatever stories they might spin, because we do that as humans, right? Something else we're really good at, spinning irrelevant stories, right? So this then helps ensure that there's clear communication, so that when you're in your practice, they know that you're in your practice. And a beautiful byproduct of this is they will start to acknowledge this and respect it. And so that they will leave you alone as you're in your morning practice. A 9-month-old baby, different story. A puppy, different story, right? But um, but for the most part, even your dogs, as they start to grow up, right? They'll pick up on it. Again, animals are very intuitive, right? That's one of the beauties about animals, right? So your dogs or cats, right? They might bug you at first because they need to go take care of their business, right? They might need to get out, and do their business in the yard first thing in the morning, right? Because that's again, the flushing of the bowels, right? And so, if you have to get up and let them out, right? But make sure that you're taking time for you, right? And make sure that your morning practice is consistent daily. It could be that it looks a little bit different on your work days versus your non-work days, especially if you work outside of the house and for someone other than yourself, right? So, there you have some additional criteria that's placed upon you, right, of what you need to do, right? So, but even with that you get to normalize into your life in a healthy way, right? So conscious um, routines, right? So we're really placing an emphasis on breaking old unhealthy habits, and we're cultivating conscious routines. Okay, so this is all a conscious routine. Over time, this becomes your as ingrained in you as breathing, right? Who thinks about breathing unless we're doing breath work? We don't, right? So as you're developing these practices at first are always mechanical because this is something new to you, right? And so you're having to use the mind, and you're having to go, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. That's just part of it, right? This is developing. It's no different than muscles, learning how to use muscles in a different way. So you're learning how to use muscles in a different way. That muscle, right? Um, so make sure that you have your morning practice that consists of the various aspects of it, right? And that you are gifting yourself that time so that you are allocating enough time to where you have your morning practice, right? And even, so me, I use myself as an example all the time. I work at home, I work for myself. I start my days typically 3:30 in the morning. And I start with a morning practice then. And then after, my morning practice, I might, so I start with gratitude, and I'm typically outside and under the stars and speaking to the stars. And then after I'm done speaking with the stars, I'm then engaging with my helper beings, which from the shamanic perspective, known as guides. You can think of them as, angels or whoever, because there is constellations of beings that are available to work with us. Right? And so I work with them and tuning in and listening for what is to have my attention in that day, right? Because again, this is for the day, right? So the night before, I'm creating my to-do list, just like I have each of you do, right? I create my to-do list the night before, and that way I know that these are the black and white things that I am taking care of tomorrow, right? So last night I created my to-do list. Guess what was on the to-do list today? Besides my body care, because of my back, right? And then making sure I'm getting my celery juice, right? So, that's part of my body care. But then in addition to that, what was on the to-do list for last night was make morning video. And so here I am making this video, right? So your to-do list is of the absolute things that that you need to accomplish the next day. And then, in addition to that, what I do is I just listen, and I'm just listening for what it is that they are telling me that is to be the focus of my day. Right? And then that's how I know how my day's unfolding. But it all starts because of me setting the tone, right? I'm setting the tone of my day. I'm not being distracted by an abrupt wake up, right? Um, and by the way, I'm purchased several different alarms from Amazon, and I'm trying them, and whatever one ends up being the best one is what I'm going to, or best one, one or two, maybe even three. I'm going to start recommending that to folks, because you also need to leave your phone alone, right? You need to put the phone down, right? We need to put the phone down, and if you need to leave it in another room, put it in another room. If you need to put it on do not disturb, put it on do not disturb. If you are someone that rolls over and grabs their phone first thing as they wake up, at a minimum put it in the dresser, put it face down, right, so that you don't see anything. If you're someone that is prone to get up and get the phone, leave it in another room. Really important, because again, consuming, what are we consuming? So we want to be very mindful with what we are feeding ourselves in that moment, right? And so, because we're always, unless we are in the creative mode, we're being a consumer. That's it, right? So we're either being a consumer, we're being a creator, or if we've developed our practice to the point we can just be at that state of just, right? And so that is where we can allow ourselves to lay in Shapasana, right? We can, just sit outside in the sun, right? And we aren't engaged. We're simply, we're free of our distractions that we create, because we're all skilled at creating distractions for ourselves, right? And so in this, we're really learning how to not be distracted. And what we're consuming is what is beneficial and enriches us, right? So another way to look at this is, how are you loving yourself? This is all about self-care, self-love, setting yourself up for success, right? Because it falls upon you, right? You're the one that has to do it. Right? You'll have people supporting you. You'll have people loving you, and it's you that takes the actions, because actions have to be taken. And so this is what you have to do, right? Set the tone for your day, okay? And again, your morning practice is looking different for each and every one of you, but there are what I'll call staple items in your practice: gratitude, breathing, affirmations, ease into the day, right? Those kind of things, right? I'm also a proponent that if you are a active dreamer, that you keep a dream journal, and that you journal about the dreams, because the dreams literally are the timeline of our life. Right? They're amazing. So I won't go into that here, but dreams are amazing. Yeah, okay. I won't go on a tangent on that. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. If you feel compelled to share this message with anyone, please do. Right? This is about supporting people. Right? That we're mindfully. In support of herself, and we're mindfully supporting others. So if there's someone that you feel would resonate with this message, please do share it. Right? I intentionally keep things low key. That's just my approach to how I deliver material. Right? And in that, it is, I'm dropping breadcrumbs, and whoever's ready to hear the message will pick it up. Right? To me, that's the best way of being in alignment, because someone's going, oh, man, okay, interesting. I want to learn more, right, about this. That's a breadcrumb. Okay, so anyway, please share. And if you have shared this, for those that are seeing this and you don't know who I am, I'm Michael Rojas. My full name is Angel Michael Rojas. Most folks know me as Michael. And I provide support, loving, caring, mindful support to individuals, to help with life, to help with business life, professional life, to help with your growth and reclaiming and returning to who you are and what you are. This is what we get to do, right? This is really why we're here, to learn about who we are, why we're here, and then to be able to then take our gifts and to share them in the world, because ultimately we're each here to be in service. And so people are always asking about, what's my gifts, what's my purpose? When you discover that, you show up and you're in service into the world. All right, everyone, love and light out to you, and chat with you all soon. And I will post the link to the podcast of Are You a Consumer or Are You a Creator? All right, everyone, love you. Bye.